morning. This is a really exciting show. It's our last show of the 2023-2024 season, which is very exciting. And it is my last show at SAGU because I student teach next semester, so it's very special for that reason as well. Couple things before we get started. So first thing, make sure your phone is on silent if you wouldn't mind. We don't mind if you take pictures or even short videos. This is a student-written show, so we don't have to worry about copyright, but we don't want any phones ringing during the performance, just so that you can all enjoy the experience. Trying to think through the rest of the stuff. Okay, after the show, we're gonna have about 10 minutes where you can go out and greet the actors, get a couple more snacks, and then we will be doing a signed poster drawing. So if you've gotten a ticket from buying a snack, hold on to that so that you can read the number at the end and see if you won the poster. The last thing that we're going to do is pray. So our prayer country for the day is Macau. I believe it's a territory in China, and a place that is very much in need. So we will be praying for them, we will be praying for our actors, and you all would enjoy it. So if you would bow your heads with me, let's pray. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you so much for this year, for this season. Thank you for this show. I want to pray over each and every actor that you would just fill them with energy, help clear their minds of any nerves, and help them to finish this show strong. I pray over the audience that you would be with them, help them to be engaged and really just be touched by this show, that they would enjoy what they see, and find a little bit of you in the performance. We do all of this to glorify you. You've given us these talents, and now we are using them as an act of worship unto you. So thank you so much for your blessing over this show. And finally, I want to pray for the country of Macau, or the territory of Macau. You know the needs there, Lord. I pray for any missionaries that are there right now, that you would give them courage and peace to be able to reach out into their community. I pray for any churches that are there. I pray that you would embolden them and strengthen them so that they can be a light in the darkness. And I pray that you would just keep everybody there safe and healthy so that they can serve you to the best of their ability. Once again, thank you for the show. Thank you for this audience. I pray that the show would go well. And yeah, thank you. In your name we pray. Amen. All right. Enjoy our final performance of We're All Just Flowers.
Trying to figure out. I think it sort of happened when my grandma died last week. I tried asking Mom and Dad about it, but they just kept saying she's gone to be in a better place. At her funeral, there were so many pretty flowers. I asked Mom how they got there, and she said that people brought them for Grandma. How can they be for Grandma if Mom said she wasn't there to get them? I took one of the flowers so I can give it to her in case I get to see her again. A lot of the grown-ups kept telling Mom they were sorry for her loss. What did they mean by that? Today, Daddy was watching the game and his favorite team didn't win, and he told Grandpa it was a loss they won't come back from. Is that the same thing? I think there can be a lot of different kinds of loss. Like someone can lose something that's really special to them, like a pretty necklace. If something means a lot to you, even if it's not a person, can that still make you sad? I wonder, is that loss?
Hello? Did they? Yeah, I'm freaking out here. Why? Because I'm babysitting this little hooligan, but he lost his favorite stuffed animal. A walrus named Juan Carlos III. Yeah, that's right, the third. This kid had 2 other versions of this thing. Juan Carlos I got ripped apart by a horde of chihuahuas at a dog park. This little old lady just let go of their leashes and they surrounded Juan Carlos I like a pack of hyenas. They barked at it for a while until Juan Carlos I fell forward a little bit because of a sudden breeze. The chihuahuas took that as a threat and they immediately demolished it. May he rest in peace. Anyway, Bea, the second Juan Carlos flew out of a 10-story window at a hotel. Yeah, the family was staying at a hotel in California, and it was near a very busy highway. And Juan Carlos II was roadkill, and Timmy had no more tears left to cry. But here's why I'm calling. I purposefully lost Juan Carlos III, only because I think Timmy's way too old for stuffed animals. But I need you to help me to come up with a totally believable reason why Juan Carlos III got lost. You have any ideas?
It's just a silly little necklace that means absolutely nothing to you, Leah. You wanted to get rid of everything Logan ever gave you anyway. This is for the best. Stop panicking. Get yourself together, girl. He broke your heart. Moved on to the next girl right after breaking up with you. You had no problem burning every last thing he ever gave you. So what's a necklace? He'll understand that you just can't give it back to him. Sure, it was his grandmother's necklace, the one she wanted him to give his future wife someday. But so what? I shouldn't be feeling bad right now. I was supposed to marry him before he decided Margot was better. So really, it's his fault I burned it. Really. Yeah, that's what I'll tell that jerk later when he gets here. That will show him. No, I can't do that. His grandmother was actually really nice to me. I can't let this thing between Logan and me hurt her too. Okay. I know, I'll just buy a necklace that looks like it. Yeah. Wait, no, it's not possible. Logan said his grandfather handmade that necklace. Okay, it's gonna be just fine. He'll be here in about 20 minutes. That's plenty of time to make this thing. No, you know what? I don't care. I'm just gonna tell him the truth. Just say, Logan, look, I don't have your grandmother's stupid necklace. You know why? Because I burned it. Yeah, that's right, burned it to ashes. Does that make you angry? Well, good. Be angry, because I'm angry. I'm furious. I am so No. Oh no, he's here already? Oh, I can't tell him any of that. What am I gonna do? You know what? I could just play dead until he leaves. Yeah.
5 minutes.
Supposed to. It can't start at all, Bert. It is all over, and it is all of my fault.
Okay, what do you mean?
Everything has just been one big disaster, and I just know you are going to hate me.
Why would I hate you? You're about to be my wife. That is, if you still want to be.
It's because. Oh, I lost the ring.
The ring?
The ring.
Dare I ask how?
It's one long story, and it's dreadful too.
Well, we have 5 minutes. And honestly, I think I would rather hear your story right now than be standing on that altar.
It all started with that stupid dog. Why, if I ever see that snuffly mop of white fur ever again, I can still hear his pitiful little barks haunting me.
You wouldn't happen to be talking about Puggles, my mother's crusty little white dog.
The one and only.
I have always hated that thing. He just sits there and stares at you with those beady, crusty eyes of his.
And today, those eyes were set on the basket the flower girl was supposed to carry down the aisle. Apparently, Puggles had a personal vendetta against pink and white rose petals in baskets.
Did he get a hold of the basket?
Oh, believe me, he tried, but I was faster, stronger. I wouldn't let him have his way. That was when he decided to get revenge.
Revenge.
Oh, yes. In a moment of pure indignation and cruel deception, those beady eyes of his saw the ring for a moment as it flashed through my fingers while I gave it to the ring bearer.
He took it?
Snatched it right up and took off as fast as those stubby little legs could carry him. Which, by the way, is surprisingly fast.
Did you catch him?
I tried. Naturally, I dove after him. But then the maid of honor fell on top of me, and the Puggles went straight between my wedding dress, right towards the open door. You know, it's all over when a dog on a mission gets outside.
I see. Actually, I can't.
Bert, this is just awful. What are we going to do?
Well, we can't exactly get married without a ring. And you can't get married with a torn-up bride and a dog on the run. Maybe we can't, or don't have to, get married at all if you don't want to.
No, I do want to get married, Bert. I do. The amount of time and money and energy and money I put into this thing. I mean, I've been worried about this day for ages. And besides, why would I let that dog get the best of me?
You were worried about today?
Okay, I admit, I was worried that you were going to get cold feet and leave me at the altar. It sounds silly, but when Puggles stole the ring, I realized that
You were relieved because you wouldn't have to face those fears.
Hang on. Bert, why are you in the parking lot?
It's a long story.
We have a couple minutes until the guests figure out we're gone.
Okay, I guess that I did maybe kind of lose my nerve. I kept imagining myself up on that altar, and I felt, I felt like you after you have 3 Taco Supremes from Taco Bell on an empty stomach.
Have you lost feelings for me?
No, Daisy, of course not. I love you. But I have lost something. Something important. That part of me that was happy and excited about doing this. I didn't even know that was something you could lose. I'm sorry, but I don't think the wedding is meant to happen today. I feel like the timing is wrong.
No. You are just getting cold feet. Everybody gets like that on the wedding day. Come on, we may not have a ring, but you can find those feelings again. No, you can.
Daisy, you can't.
Why?
Because
why?
Because I'm the one who set Puddles loose in the church.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Oh. You really don't want to do this, do you? I can't believe you're doing this to me.
Daisy, please try to understand. We still have time to figure this out.
And you still have time to get yourself on that altar.
There's no ring.
I know. You lost the ring.
I lost that something important feeling.
You lost my heart.
Goodbye, Daisy.
My stuffed animal's really special to me. I can't imagine not sleeping with him at night because he makes me feel safe. Sometimes I imagine if he were real. I've always wanted a pet dog, but Mommy says we can't because Daddy's allergic. I imagine that if someone lost an animal or some other part of themselves, that would probably hurt a lot more. I wonder, is that lost too?
Fired? What? What do you mean fired? You can't do this to me. I worked so hard. I did everything you asked me to, and more. Did you know that our goldfish sales went up 15% because of me? Did I have to eat some of the goldfish to get there? Maybe, but that's semantics. It's what I like to call a good business strategy, you know? You show off that goldfish have many different uses. I'm not gonna apologize for demonstrating that. What are you talking about? There's no way I traumatized those kids. They were probably just sensitive. If anything, they should thank me. Yeah, for teaching them such an important lesson about the circle of life. Oh, and another thing. If you're gonna sell things I can eat, don't be mad when I start eating your merchandise, okay? You sell animals. Animals are edible. My bad? How was I supposed to know you can't eat at a pet store? Nowhere in my training did it say that. Okay, nowhere in my training did it say not to do that. It may be unorthodox. Sure. But I have to admit, those goldfish have never flown off the shelves faster. So you're gonna try and replace me, huh? Well, don't be surprised when you're unsuccessful. You know, 2 weeks is a long time for someone like me. I could have been anywhere else. But I was here, working for you. Okay, you know what? You can't fire me. You wanna know why? 'Cause I quit. How you like them apples, boy? Stupid job anyway. Oh, what am I gonna do? Oh, okay. Think it through. Okay. Well, Leah, it appears that your pet hamster has run away. Well, it looks like he got the door open somehow. Little fingers, I guess, I don't know. Then he got the window open somehow, and then just kind of, boy, that's not gonna work. What am I gonna do? I gotta think of these. Look, Leah, I know you know things don't last forever, right? Take, for example, your tomato plant, right? Yeah, your tomato plant that you planted last summer. That was great. It was big, it was beautiful for a bit, and hey, remember, it even produced tomatoes, right? Yeah, tomatoes. You love tomatoes, and it was great. And you know, we ate them in our salad all summer, and it was great, and things are great, and then it died, and well, you know, it got old, and it withered away, and you know, it died. And that's sort of what happened to Mr. Cheesy Whiskers, right? Yeah, that's sort of what happened to Mr. Cheesy Whiskers. Except a lot quicker. And violenter. Oh, none of this is gonna work. I don't know what I'm gonna do. She's gonna come in and see it. I could leave. I could go to the corner store, get some milk, and she comes back and, oh, I don't know what's going on. Who am I kidding? I'm just gonna have to man up, look her straight into her big, round, beautiful blue eyes, but tell her the truth. Oh, Mr. Cheesy Whiskers was such a good hamster. I used to watch him shove food in his tiny little cheeks. I don't know how he did it. He just kept shoving it in there, carrot after carrot. God, why do you have to do it, Mr. Cheesy Whiskers? Why? Am I not enough for you? Is she not enough for you? Was this life of luxury not enough for you? I spent hundreds of dollars on this cage for you. Was that not enough? Is there even a hamster heaven? Are you running with a big gold wheel in the sky? What am I even doing? I could just go to the pet store, find a hamster that looked the same that Mr. Cheesy Whiskers did. I mean, that's what my parents did when my goldfish Bubbles died. 5 times. I guess it's true what they say, ignorance is bliss. And my poor little Leah will learn the tragedy of death another day.
Archer, what's the price of this soup?
It's $6.95.
Thank you. Now, where's the list that your mother made for us? I can't remember what soup she needed us to get.
It's in your hand, Grandpa Earl.
Oh, well, so it is. Now, if only I had my glasses, I could actually read this thing. Archer.
You're on your head, Grandpa Earl.
Oh. How did they get here?
Grandpa Earl, are we almost done? We've been here for 30 minutes. And Mom sent us to get 3 things.
Well, let's see what we have in the cart. We need a chicken noodle soup for Eli. Oh, that poor boy, he's been so sick lately. Has your mother tried rubbing Vicks on him? You know, Vicks, it fixes everything, you know. I was sick with pneumonia once, and it fixed me right up. Does your mother have Vicks at home? We'll pick some up anyway.
Grandpa Earl, you were supposed to see what else we needed.
Oh, yes. What else is on the list?
Chicken noodle soup.
Right, for
Eli. We also need cough medicine.
what type of cough medicine? If it's not Vicks or doctor prescribed, we're not getting it.
Grandpa Earl, we have Vicks at home.
Oh, bless your heart, but why are we getting cough medicine?
Because Eli doesn't like Vicks.
Don't be ridiculous. He doesn't know what he likes. I know what's good for him, and all he needs is a big spoonful of Vicks, and he'll be just fine.
Grandpa Earl, you weren't supposed to eat the Vicks.
Are you insane, boy? Yes, you eat the Vicks. I ate Vicks when I was young, and it hasn't killed me yet. In fact, I'm in my prime. Your mother just needs to be more forceful with him. If it worked for her, it'll work for your brother. What's the last thing on the list?
We need new crayons for Sophie.
Oh, why on earth does Sophie need new crayons?
Because Jackson ate them.
Oh, of course he did the pig.
Grandpa Earl, do we have any of these things in the cart?
We have the soup here.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't. We have a new sweater for you, a new pair of shoes for Mom, a new bear for Jackson, and a new pack of plates because Sophie broke 3 yesterday.
But Archer, I grabbed soup. I held the soup in my hand. There was soup in my hand. Archer, where are my glasses? Archer, where are my glasses? Archer.
They're on your head. They're on your head.
Okay. We'll turn around and we'll go get the soup. It's been long enough that your mother will start to wonder what's taking.
I wonder what happened.
Don't be smart.
Grandpa Earl, your phone's ringing. Grandpa Earl. Hello? Yes, I'm trying. But he keeps forgetting what we're here for. And he keeps misplacing his glasses. Alright. I love you. Grandpa Earl, Mom called. Grandpa Earl, Mom called.
Why didn't you tell me my phone?
I did! Did you get the soup for Eli?
I think so, but I can't read the price tag on this thing. I don't know where my glasses are.
It's $6.95.
How do you lose someone? I think when grown-ups use that word, they don't really mean hide and seek. Because I don't think that person can usually found again. That's a really scary thought. You wouldn't be able to see that person ever again. I think that's what happened with my grandma. But for some reason, I think loss is a lot more complicated than that. I wonder why.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. I wish there was something else I could do, but I don't know. One day, you'll grow up and probably hate me, but I hope that you can find it in yourself to forgive me. Don't look at me like that. I can't keep you. I know you may never understand, but you are better off without me in your life. Look. In this big house is a great family. You'll have 2 siblings and a dad and a mom. And she'll love you and spoil you. They have all the needs to give you everything you could ever ask for. You'll never know what it's like to have to live without. It's better this way. Really, I wouldn't be doing this if I had any other choice. When your dad left us, he took everything with him. I don't have anything to give you but my love. And it's because of that love that I'm doing this in the first place. I can barely take care of myself, let alone a beautiful baby girl like you. No, you deserve a good home, a good childhood, a real family. All the things I'm incapable of giving you. Going back with me isn't really an option. Me too cold. The heater doesn't work in the motel room. And I just ran out of all your food. And I don't know when I can afford to get you any more. No, it's better this way. Well, you're just gonna have to trust me, sweetheart. Maybe one day I can come back and... No. You're better off without me in your life for good.
just 3 months. And you were so sick of living in that old apartment.
I despise that apartment.
But it was all we could afford on our salary. I was working all day just to pay rent, and then every couple of nights I'd go and hang out with Seth or play pool. Or so we thought.
Well, I'm just surprised you got the realtor to sell the house to you for half if you worked on it yourself.
I argued with that man over prices for what felt like years. He didn't even begin to consider the deal until Seth showed him what I did in his kitchen. Well, once I did, it's no surprise I worked for him as well as I did.
Don't I know it? Though I think Chris was over for dinner more than my own mother.
And I thank the Lord for that every day.
Oh, hush.
I still can't believe you had no clue what I'd been up to.
Excuse me for thinking you were going to keep a secret from your own wife.
I was trying to surprise you, and it worked.
Did it ever? You took me out to Jimmy's and then you drove me right over here.
You told me no less than 18 times that you were going the wrong way.
Well, I thought that we were.
And then we stopped at the curb. Right here. You looked the house up and down before asking me why I brought you here.
And then you looked me in the eyes and said, Laura, you told me to take you home, so I did. I was so happy. I cried. We had so many memories in that house.
We spent most of our lives in that house.
Over 30 years, I took care of that house.
I'm surprised it lasted so long.
It's a wonder I married you when you go around insulting me like that.
As if you'd marry anyone else.
I had plenty of options.
And yet you turned them all down. I wonder why.
You were the only boy I ever saw, and you know that.
She took her first steps in that house.
How could I forget?
I didn't think you did.
I don't think I ever could.
No one ever forgets something like that.
My little Isabel. I was so excited when she was born.
I don't think I ever saw you smile that big.
She was a dream come true.
For both of us.
The day she died, I think a part of me died as well. I used to think she took my whole heart with her.
We both lost a piece.
I hadn't been expecting it either, not when she'd been doing so well. She was walking again, Connor, walking. She didn't have to go to those doctor visits or surgeries, or for the first time in 6 years I had hoped my baby was going to be okay. And then my baby was taken from me. No parent should ever have to bury their own child. And I know it was 15 years ago, but
Still hurts. And it will. There's no way to ever get over that. But you've lived. And that's more than most people can say after a tragedy in their lives.
You think?
I know it. And I'm proud of you for it.
You know, maybe marrying you was the right choice after all.
After 40 years of marriage, I would hope so.
Yeah.
I know seeing the house again isn't easy.
You mean the lack of a house? I definitely didn't think it was going to be this hard. But there are days, moments really, that just bring everything back.
I know what you mean. I mean, just the other day I was driving past the park, and I swear it was like she was in the car with me.
I'm glad it wasn't just me.
It's definitely not. You can always talk to me when you remember her.
Even now, 15 years later?
Especially now. Time doesn't heal all wounds. But I think I know it can.
Oh yeah, so being married 43 years makes you an expert.
It does.
Then what does the expert say?
Chocolate and ice cream, of course. I was thinking of going to that old place on the corner of Sabo and Chestnut.
You mean the best ice cream place in town?
Well, it's the only place that's been here longer than us. Laura, are you ready?
Yes.
So I think I'm going down to Charleston tomorrow to check out some of the shops down there.
That's a good idea.
And then after, I'll take Gracie and Johnny to their soccer games.
Great.
And then maybe after, we could get brunch at Ollie's.
Sounds great.
Jen,
Yeah,
are you even listening to me?
of course I am.
Then what did I say?
Something about Ollie's.
It's been 3 months. I thought you were getting better.
I'm sorry. I am. I promise.
Okay, good. We're all really worried about you. Mom the other day almost called the psych ward or something. She didn't know what to do.
Classic mom, trying to act like everything can be fixed with psychologists.
But maybe that isn't such a bad idea. Jen, Mom's worried sick about you, and if I'm being honest, you're not even here anymore.
What are you talking about? Of course I'm here.
Okay, you are, but you aren't. You're just a shell. An empty shell.
Well, I don't know how to just turn it off. That's not how grief works.
I know it's not. And believe me, I know I will never understand what you're going through, but I'm just asking you to try.
He said he would be home at dinner time.
Jen, can't you see you're torturing yourself? Look, just come with me to Charleston tomorrow morning. We'll pick up an order I placed at Grinwald's, and then we'll drop the kids off, and then you and I can get brunch.
Wait, what did you order at Grinwald's?
Don't worry about it. We'll pick it up and then drop off the kids.
Harper, what did you order at Grinwald's?
Dinner.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. And I think you'll love it. It's really beautiful, it's marbled, and maybe, just maybe, it'll help you move on.
3 months. That's all it takes for you to forget him?
Be realistic, please. I want you to get on with your life.
How am I supposed to just move on? Jeez, Harper, you're just as bad as Mom. I'm not going tomorrow. You can go ahead and return the urn.
But he deserves peace.
You're right. He does. So leave him alone.
But it's not fair to make yourself suffer like this. He's gone, Jen, he's gone!
I know that!
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you.
He said he would be home for dinner.
I know.
He didn't come home for dinner.
I know.
I had the table set. I was waiting. I waited all through the night. I stayed up. Did Mom tell you that part?
No, she didn't.
That's why I was up at 4 a.m. when the cops stopped by. I was waiting for him to come home for dinner.
Jen.
I opened the door and my heart dropped. I always told him that stupid job was gonna kill him, but it didn't. Cops said it was a freak accident. Could have happened to anyone, they said, but it didn't. It happened to him.
Okay, look, let's just forget about Grinwald's tomorrow. You and I can go get breakfast at Ollie's, and I don't know, I can get Mom to take the kids to their games or something.
Widow is a funny word. It's like losing my husband wasn't bad enough, so they had to slap a label on it. Had to let the world know, hey, this one, yeah, this one right here. She's one with the dead husband.
Jen, shh. You're gonna wake the kids. Just deep breaths.
I'm sorry, Harper. Always sounds nice. They have those waffles on it, don't they?
Yes, they have those waffles.
Thank you, Harper. You're a great woman.
Listen, I would do just about anything for you, Jenny. You know this.
I do. Hey, why don't we go to Charleston tomorrow morning? I'll stay here.
But I don't want you to be alone.
I won't be alone. George is here.
Jen,
I'll be fine, Harper.
he's gone. You do realize that, right? He's not here. George isn't here.
I know! Stop reminding me. I know he's dead. I know that. I saw his body. I was one who identified him after the accident. I saw his frozen, cold, lifeless body. I felt how empty he was when I held him. So I know, Harper. wanted to call his parents. I held his mom while she cried in my arms, and I had to hold it all together. So I know George is dead. My husband is dead.
But Jen, you're scaring me. I don't even know who you are anymore. Look, all I wanted was to put him somewhere nicer than that small wooden box. He deserves better than that.
You're right. He deserves to be alive, and yet he isn't. So you can take that marble urn from Grinwald, so you can throw it in that stupid lake he died in.
Okay. No urn.
When they pulled his car out, do you know what they found?
No what?
Flowers. A whole beautiful, soggy, droopy bouquet of tiger lilies. My favorite. He was on that road getting me flowers. He drove extra to get me flowers. If he hadn't...
Jen, stop. Don't do this to yourself. Don't start.
If he hadn't been on that road, he wouldn't have hit that deer. His car wouldn't have swerved. He wouldn't have lost control of his car. He wouldn't have died in that lake.
Jen, please don't go down this path.
It's my fault. I deserve this. I did this. I'm the reason he's dead.
You're not the reason he's dead. Jen, it was an accident.
We had gotten in a fight. He was giving me flowers because we had gotten in a fight.
Look, it's getting pretty late now. We should probably start heading back.
Maybe a marble urn for Grinwald would be nice.
Would you like to look at it tomorrow?
I'd really like that.
I think I understand a little better now. Loss sort of just happens, and there's nothing we can really do to stop it. Loss is a part of life. Sometimes we lose things. Sometimes we lose parts of ourselves. And sometimes we lose people that we love. But I don't think it has to be all bad. For everything, or part of ourselves, or person that we lose, maybe we'll gain something new. Sort of like when flowers die. They wither, and they lose their petals, but they still have their roots. And when spring comes, new flowers come and take their place. I think people are kind of like flowers. Our beauty's like a flower in the field. And although flowers fade, there's a part that remains forever. We're all just flowers. And when spring comes again, we bloom. And isn't that beautiful?
Hope y'all enjoyed that. Hope you liked it and loved it. And we definitely appreciate having all of you here for our final performance of We're All Just Flowers. Something we like to do at the final performance of every show that we do is show something to appreciate our directors. And we have 3 directors for this show. So if all of you would come on down. I don't know if they knew that we were doing this, because, anyways. But yeah, no, you're fine. I've personally worked with Elena, which is one of the 3 directors. I didn't forget your name. I didn't forget your name. No, I'm just running on like 3 hours of sleep. That's all. No, she does a phenomenal job. She pours her heart into it, just like you pour your anger into folk. Are you okay? Are you all right? Okay.
It's really hard to get out of the sound.
It is. So you know what? Props to them. Well, I get it. Props. Yeah. Cass has a strong-willed personality and does a phenomenal job of making sure that things get done as they should, and just overall has been rocking the director role. I haven't worked under her personally, but it's been phenomenal working with her. Julianne, if I'm not mistaken, this is your first time directing, isn't it?
It is.
It is. If y'all liked the scenes in the show, you did the last half, the last third, didn't you?
Nope,
The
that's
middle.
that was the middle
I
third.
don't know who did what. I know who did hers because I was in hers. But if you liked it all, she did part of it too. So that's her first job. She did it all in her first job. So we just wanted to say thank you to all 3 of you from all of us, and we have little gifties here for you. That's for you. Now, if you want to. Yeah. It's a little stuffed walrus. All right, but there's cards in there too, so y'all don't burn it or throw it away.
I won't burn it.
Okay. But yeah, so thank you all for coming. We'll have more shows come next season, but this is it for now. And for some of us, this is it for SAGU Theater, which is sad, but you know, life goes. Yeah, we're here to try more, right? Now, anyways, we're gonna go out and soon we'll do a poster drawing. So y'all have fun, and thank you all for coming.